Hello, here I am making my second video, stepping into a new energy, guiding you into a new journey. In the first video, we talked about the full and the moment when we decide if to say yes or no to a new journey. This journey can be a new adventure, a new job, moving to a new city, a new creative project, anything new. And if we say yes to this journey, we step into a new energy, which is the magician energy. And the magician energy is an energy of creation, of willpower, of action, of manifestation, of also experimentation. It's an amazing energy to be. It's an amazing energy if it's in the light, if it's upright or in the light. It's an amazing energy because it's the energy when you bring all your knowledge or you know together. And one thing that I'm starting saying about the magician, if we want to say, look at the imagery here, it's when that people think that these, not people think, some tarot readers, some in the traditional meaning, these elements, in certain cards of the magician, there are all the elements, you can see, right? And these elements are the tools. You know, you tell people you have all the tools to know where you want to go, where you want to go. But sometimes people they don't have all the tools. And if you have more cards, the other cards can tell you if this person has more tools or no. But in the magician energy, that's not the problem, because the magician energy doesn't procrastinate and it doesn't care if he has all the tools. The magician starts with what he has, and that's the beauty about the magician. The magician just starts and start experimenting, maybe I need this, maybe I need this, maybe I need more than that. And it's kind of a constant experimenting and see at the end what works best or no for his project or relationship or stuff like that. So that's the beauty about the magician, that is kind of really experimenting. It's a juicy place where you start trying things. And so for me, these elements are not too much about him having all the tools, about the magician. I say him because it's a male, but you know, it's whatever gender you have, you want to identify with. He has all the tools, but it's more these like elements. It's more the work, the hardest work of the magician, which is balancing all the elements within him. It's exhausting work. It can be overwhelming sometimes because the magician has to balance the intellect, the actions, the feelings, the intention, and the willpower all together. He has to have all the things perfectly balanced in order to move where he wants to move. It doesn't mean that they have to be always the same level, but they have to fluctuate in a way that is harmonious, let's say that. And I have to say that for me, the magician energy is the hardest energy to be in. It's an energy where you have to really do a lot of work, not just with your practicality, not just with the like practical word, like, you know, using all the pentacle energy and the wands energy, you know, bringing things together, starting creating, making videos for me, for example, or in anything like it's practical. But also you have to really also work with your mind, you know, align your mind with where you want to go. One thing about the magician is that the magician is about manifesting, right? You know, the magician is someone that knows how to manifest. But to know how to manifest, if you looked at, you know, it's the video I looked at certain video on YouTube that talk about the power of manifestation, and the power of manifestation is when a lot of video they say it's the quantum perspective, but we'll go back, having vibration in yourself that align with the vibration of what you want to have. So they say practically that you have to live and to think in a state of having what it's not there yet, what you can't see, but you have to think that it's already there. And that's the work also of the magician. The magician is a trickster, and it's a trickster because he has also to trick his mind to believe that what he's doing will bring him where he wants to go, or will bring him the results he wants to have, or close to them. And this can be amazing because it really brings, the magician can really, energy, if it's in the light, can bring really you in that place of manifestation, true manifestation. But it also can be a little bit deceptive because sometimes he doesn't make you to really see the truth and maybe make some adjustment. Again, I told you that the magician is an energy that is experimenting, right? And sometimes if you are too much in this energy of I have, you stop experimenting, you stop trying what's right and what's not, and you lean too much in like, oh, I already have it, in the, you stay too much in your mind. Because this is the risk of the magician when it's in the shadow. The magician in the shadow can be, see, one hand, this is one of the imagery, another thing of the imagery, one hand goes on up and it's more the mind, the intellect, and the other one goes down and it's more like the practicality of something. So the magician has to have this balance. All the elements, I would say down it's more wands and pentacles, and up it's more like cups and swords, right? So all the elements, they have to stay in balance. But the magician can become frustrated. They can also give up sometimes because it gets overwhelmed. But when it goes too much in two opposite direction, so he can go up in his mind and work too much on manifestation without putting too much actions in real life. And the other one instead can just like work too much on practicality and like and focus too much on the outcome, that it doesn't stay any more present or aligned with these feelings or intention. So it just forgets to the power of imagination, the power of visualization, and just stop to relax. So it's just like overachieving, overdoing, and it just can't relax. And I think one of the thing I suggest when I see this energy in a tarot reading, when I see that the magician is a little bit overwhelmed, I tell people to relax, to be more like, look at this card, for example, right? This card is like, the magician is very relaxed here. He's sitting in a meditation, but it's still a very active card. The magician doesn't only meditate, doesn't only work on manifestation with his mind. Look at his hands. His hands are moving energy, but also are creating things. And so it's a very, very active energy. It's not a passive energy. Okay, I close my eyes and I bring to me everything I want. No, it's an energy that asks you, take actions to go where you want to go. Beautiful energy. Frustrating, hard. Can be frustrating and be hard, can be too much. And a lot of people, when they start a project, the magician, if they don't balance this energy very well, if they don't work on this energy very well, they give up. And maybe they give up something that could have been amazing. Something that could have been a good project, but they give up because they get too much stuck in the mind or in the practicality, and they can't find that amazing balance that the magician requires to move forward. Yeah, what else can I say about the magician? Imagery, I think some people say that the flowers are meaningful because they are white, intellect red. I don't read that way. I don't care about that. The symbol of infinite, oops. The symbol of infinite, it's the balance. Again, the symbol infinite can be very positive, it can be, you know, the balance between all the elements, all the intellect and the practicality. But also if I see in reversed, or I see the magician with other cards, that tells me that maybe that balance is becoming, you know, keeping that balance is like a work, and sometimes it's like it's like overwhelming, and sometimes you need a break, sometimes you need to step a little bit in the next card, that it's the high priestess. Sometimes you need to really take a moment to step a little bit on the high priestess, and then go back here and do more work. So it can tells me, you know, take a break. You're doing too much, you're working too much on this balance, and you are like actually not in balance right now. You don't really know what to do. What else? Let me see if I wrote down something, that I don't want to miss important things, but I think I said everything. The balance. Oh, I don't know if did I already tell you this? I think I didn't, but the magician knows very well the power of influence on himself. As I told you, can be a trickster in his mind, because he has to believe that he already has, but can also be manipulative. So the magician energy in the shadow can be an energy that is manipulative, an energy that doesn't honor other people's feelings. In order to obtain what he wants, he uses a little bit other people. So this can be one of the shadow, also an aspect of the magician. And I think that's it. I don't want to make the video too long. Again, if you liked this video, even if you didn't like it like 100%, it's just I'm starting, I'm figuring things out, and I'm trying to be as honest as possible, as human as possible. I don't want to read the AI stuff like that in my, you know, videos, because I want just to share with you who I am. So follow, like, comment, subscribe, support me in any way, share with me your experience, and don't stop believing, don't stop doing the work, don't stop creating more balance in your life. And don't stop thinking that what you're doing actually makes sense, because maybe right now, because everything in life that we do in life makes sense at the end, and maybe you look back at some things from the past that really didn't make sense at the moment, some choices that you make, and then you look back now and you say, oh, that actually I needed that actually totally makes sense, that actually helped me. And so whatever you're doing right now, embrace it, experiment with it, see what works, what's not. Don't get stuck in something. Don't keep doing something thinking that, you know, oh, that's what I have to do. Don't get stuck in that, because the magician is not like that. That's the shadow. The magician is someone that experiments, that see, oh, this is not working. Maybe I can do something different. Maybe I can ask for support. Maybe I can create this something new. I mean, the magician is experimenting all the times, and that's the beauty of the magician. Is not stuck in imperfection in one thing. It's just like completely like fluid, and it's a beautiful energy, but can become exhausting, can become overwhelming, only if you don't do the work, only if you just like don't do the work of balancing all the elements that we all have within us. So keep doing your work, and again, keep watching my videos. That's also part of your work.